Forgotten female pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates like Blackbeard and Captain Kidd dominate popular culture, but what about the women who defied gender norms to become pirates? Today, we're diving into the hidden history of women who ruled the seas. In the late 17th and early 18th centuries, the Caribbean was a hotspot for piracy. This was largely due to the colonial trade routes, vast wealth passing through the region, and frequent conflict among European powers. Women during this period faced limited roles in society, often restricted to domestic duties or dependent on male relatives for their livelihood. Despite these challenges, the world of piracy, with its chaotic and lawless environment, became one of the few places where social conventions were broken, and women could sometimes find freedom and power. Anne Bonny, born in Ireland in 1697, moved to the American colonies with her family while still young. From an early age, Anne showed a rebellious streak, rejecting the traditional female roles of her time. After moving to Nassau in the Bahamas, she joined the crew of the notorious pirate Calico Jack Rackham. Anne fell in love with Rackham, and, in order to join his pirate crew, she disguised herself as a man. She quickly became infamous for her fearlessness in combat and was known for her legendary escapes and confrontations. One of her most famous moments was during a raid when the crew was surprised by an enemy. While most of the men fled, Anne and fellow female pirate Mary Red stood their ground and fought fiercely. In 1720, Anne Bonny, Rackham, and the rest of their crew were captured. Rackham and the men were executed, but Anne's fate remains shrouded in mystery. Some say she was spared because she was pregnant at the time, and there are no records of her execution. Her later life remains a mystery, leading to speculation and legend about what happened to her after her capture. Mary Red, unlike Anne, was raised as a boy by her mother. Her mother did this to secure financial support from Mary's paternal grandmother, who would only provide for a male heir. This unusual upbringing allowed Mary to blend into male-dominated environments easily. She served in the British military, fought in battles, and later turned to piracy. It was during this time that she encountered Anne Bonny and became a member of Rackham's crew. Mary Red was known for her skill and bravery in combat. Like Anne, she disguised herself as a man to live the pirate life and earned the respect of the crew. She was captured alongside Anne in 1720. While sentenced to death, her execution was delayed as she was reportedly pregnant. Unfortunately, she never lived to see her sentence carried out, as she died in prison, likely from illness. Both Anne Bonny and Mary Red were extraordinary figures in a world dominated by men. They navigated the harsh rules of pirate society, where women were typically seen as bad luck and restricted to shore duties. They disguised their gender or fought to prove themselves, challenging the traditional roles women were expected to play at the time. Their defiance and bravery helped them carve out a place for themselves in pirate history. The legacy of Anne Bonny and Mary Red has inspired stories, legends, and even Hollywood portrayals. Their lives broke boundaries, and they remain symbols of rebellion, independence, and strength for women today. The fact that they stood shoulder to shoulder with men in a world where few women were allowed to operate shows just how remarkable their lives were. They defied gender norms and societal expectations, becoming true pirate legends. Their stories offer a glimpse into the complexities of life during the golden age of piracy. Through their actions, they not only challenged the conventions of their time, but also left an enduring legacy that continues to captivate imaginations today.